Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Primitive Gatherings, and it is 1 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Wisconsin. That is the time that we will always be doing lives on Thursdays. Look at this guy. Isn't he handsome? So everybody jump on. I'm just going to chit-chat a little bit about what we got going on here. This is Luke and Ruby's new dog. He doesn't really have a name yet. They're kind of teeter-tattering between names. So if you have any suggestions, he's a little feisty, aren't you? Is he a half-brother to Morty? But look at those blue eyes. He's a blue Merle Australian Shepherd, and he is super soft. We miss our Jeter, but we love having these guys hang around with. But isn't he cute? So if you come to Primitive Gatherings, look what you can do. You can pet the doggies. We have 3 dogs here. We have, do you like the name Loki? Loki? Do you look like Loki? Or Merlin? We like Loki, but those are the 2 they're kind of pushing around. And then there's Morty. He is Jake's red Merle Australian Shepherd. And then we have Bucky, which is a Basset Hound mix that Tyler has here. And they all come to work with everybody. And these are our employee emotional support puppies. And they just are so fun to have around. But tell us your idea for names for the guys to help them pick a name. He's got blue eyes. Maybe his name should be Blue. Blue. Just Blue. Blue. Hey, Blue. Aren't I cute? All right, so we have a ton of stuff for you today. Do you want to go? All right. Go love somebody else. He's such a little fluff ball. It's so fun. All right, so I have lots of stuff for you today. We do have a guest that's going to come on and talk about Bernina embroidery. So just hang on tight and we'll bring her on. I just want to go over a couple things while you're all jumping on. So let me know, you guys, when you think everybody's said hi and hello and we're ready to go. But I am going to California tomorrow. I'm actually going to a baseball game tonight with Nick because he has to drop me off in Milwaukee at, wee hours in the morning, so why not go the night before? And there just happens to be a Brewer game, so we're going to go do that. So I'm looking forward to that today. I got to go home and pack yet. And then Nick wants to leave at 4. I'm like, we don't have to get there an hour before. We could get there at whatever, but that's not how it's going to go. He's going to push me until I forget something, like I always kind of do. But yeah, so should we get going? We look good, everybody? All right, I can't wait to see what you have for names for little blue eyes over there.
Hey, we got a list.
You got a list? Okay, we got a list. We are going to give away some prizes today, so Jess is going to take some names. So please comment. That's the only way that you get to win a prize here at Primitive Gatherings. Hank, Zeke, Klondike, Farley, Newman, Paul Newman, Blue Eyes. Oh. Newman. I used to have a boyfriend that's not his name. Frank. I like Frank. Blue Eyes. Frank Sinatra. There you go, guys. I'm sure they'll come up with some more. But, all right. So let's talk about what we have going on here. So we have our first big Bernina event, and we're super excited about it. It's going to happen on June 29th. We have a awesome educator coming in. Her name is Connie Fanders, and she will be doing a workshop on how to quilt your quilt on your domestic machine using your embroidery hardware. So I don't really know a lot about that stuff, but guess what? The guys hooked me up with this beautiful machine. I have an 880 Bernina over at the retreat house, and I am going to be on Connie's tail asking her to show me all the cool things about this machine while she's here. So should we bring her on and introduce her? Doesn't that sound like a good idea? All right, Connie, come on.
Well, hello, Lisa. Hello, everybody.
Hey, thanks for coming on. We are super excited that you're going to be our first instructor for our first Bernina event. Do you want to just talk a little bit more in depth about what you're going to be teaching, and maybe you want to talk about just go through that first, and then I'll ask you a couple questions.
All right. And yeah, feel free to jump in anytime
I
here,
gotta look
Lisa.
at.
But yes, I'm very excited to come to your store and hopefully see all of you on the 29th. And what we are going to be talking about is quilting with our domestic machine and being able to perfectly quilt your quilts, just like what we get if somebody was doing a quilt on with automation on the long arm. And so that's our big topic. And to break it down, you can think of it in terms of, when you're ready to quilt your quilt, you do have a lot of options of how you can quilt it. You can do straight line quilting with your walking foot or the Bernina dual feed on the domestic machine. But then we also can do free motion quilting that can be done on the domestic machine. And that can also be done on a long arm if you happen to have a long arm. And then we see a lot of people now quilting their quilts with ruler work. And of course, this can also be done on the domestic machine and the long arm machine. And then there's this computerized quilting that typically we think of that just being done on the long arm. Well, we can also do computerized quilting on our domestic machine and get beautiful results, results just like what you see on something, like I said, on a quilt that was quilted with automation. And so that's what we're going to be talking about when I come to the store. And we'll be talking about things like how to perfect that stitch. How are you going to deal with those tie on and tie off stitches, which is a very important thing in making the quilts look beautiful. And then we're also going to talk about quilting or creating some quilt designs. Like, for instance, I have a little sample up here. Hopefully you can see it. But we'll be designing quilt designs like this right in our domestic machine. We'll be able to make blocks, and we can also make borders, as you see here. So I'll show you how you can create those right in the sewing machine, and it's so exciting. And then, of course, we're going to talk about positioning those designs. How do you get them placed on your quilt exactly and precisely the way you want? So there's so much to cover, and it's going to be an exciting day. We'll have little stations set up where you can actually see demos live on how to do these techniques so that you'll be able to go home and quilt your quilt yourself on your domestic machine with the module. So that is kind of a big picture of what we're going to be covering that day. So,
Wow, that
Lisa,
sounds
did you
like
have any questions or anything I left out there that you'd like to know?
that seems like a lot of stuff happening. That is going to be super for everyone to be able to do all those different things. That's amazing because so many people love to quilt, make the quilt and quilt the quilt as well. They don't like handing it off to somebody else to finish. Some people really love to finish the whole thing, and with the added software and the capability to plug in designs like in big open alternating blocks or over the patchwork, that sounds really that people would really be interested in that, I would think.
It is a lot of fun. We'll talk about edge to edge quilting as well. I mean, there's just so many techniques we will touch on, but we'll do edge to edge quilting. We'll talk about how to place borders and blocks. Well, I've got another sample here. We've got a pillow here. I don't know if you can see the background, but the back of this pillow, the quilted fabric was all designed in the machine and stitched out with the module. So we'll talk about those techniques as well. So just a ton of things to share with you.
So you'll be able to go edge to edge over, like you could do like a pumpkin seed or something like that goes over the whole quilt too.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yes.
Cool. So just a little bit more information. The class, is, like I said, was June 29th. It's from 9 to 3, and it's right here in our gathering spot over there, and it's only $50. Now, to me, to learn how to do some of that stuff, that is a really, really good price, and we want you to register early to reserve your spot. I know we have a bunch of people already in it. We have 15 people already signed up for that, so that's super exciting. And I bet you a lot of people out there wish they lived a little closer, Connie, to come hang out with you and to share all these awesome things. And maybe while you're there, maybe Kaylee can maybe shoot a couple little videos and see some of the things that we're doing, and just in case maybe they want to come back again another time, or if we can get you to come back, I think that would be awesome.
Absolutely, I would love it. And I'm so looking forward to being there.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming on. Does anybody have any questions before I let Connie go about anything at all pertaining to the Bernina quilt on your domestic machine? Here we go, Jess has it. Can it be done with a 750, the edge to edge?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, and then it says, can you do custom as well?
Absolutely.
All right, she's there. She's the master Bernina educator. She doesn't get that title by not knowing pretty much more than anybody else in the country. So I would take advantage of it if you're local and have a Bernina machine. And you know what? Maybe if you don't even have a machine with embroidery, maybe you want to come and look at what they can be done and maybe upgrade your machine. I'm sure Luke would love to talk to you about upgrading your Bernina machine to do some of this quilting by itself with the embroidery module. So thank you, Connie. Do you have anything else for me before I let you go?
No, just I'm really looking forward to being at your store and just spreading the word about computerized quilting. It'll be great.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, and you have a good rest of the day.
All right. You enjoy your ball game tonight.
I will. I hope they win. I like it when they win. I don't like it when they don't win.
Yeah.
But I'm really there for the popcorn anyways. But I have been watching the Brewers as I stitch sometimes with Nick. So I pretty much know the guys and I know what's going on. I probably know more about sports than any woman should know that doesn't, do it all the time.
Exactly.
But anyway, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
All right. So wasn't that awesome? I mean, that is a lot that they're going to be going through, and I'm super excited for them. As for myself, like I said, I got this new machine that I haven't really been using too much except for just to sew a straight seam, but I know it does a lot more than that. All right, so do you remember a couple months ago Luke was doing, what did we call it? I think it was Quilter Spotlight, where he was showcasing some of the quilting that we were doing. And I thought, you know what? Let's let everybody see that on our YouTube channel. So we're going to kind of take a little break, and I'm going to let Luke and Ruby talk and show you all the quilts that they quilt, not all the quilts, a sampling of the quilts that they quilted this week. So he can talk about some of that stuff, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section, and Jess will hand them to me while they're talking, okay? All right, here we go, Luke and Ruby. These are the mama and daddy of the doggy.
Hello, everybody. Don't go too far. I got some questions about some of the.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll sit here then.
So one quick thing I wanted to add to those people who are interested in the event. If you want to register, give us a call ASAP so we can get an idea on how big our group size is going to be, so we can come up with the most efficient way to organize the event. So if we need to do this in stations, or we can do one group, I know we want to let Connie be able to, prepare. She's got several formats of this class that she can do to accommodate different sizes. So you can give us a call at 920-778-8035, or shoot us an email at Bernina at primitivegatherings.us.
You want to say the number again?
Yeah, yep. So I'll do that one more time. So 920-778-8035.
All right.
Let us know as soon as possible so we can come up with the best format for that class. So In keeping with quilting, are you in screen here? Get over here.
I don't know.
We got some stuff we want to show off here. So as many of you know, and maybe some of you don't because we haven't been as prevalent on YouTube, we are going to move our quilt spotlights from Facebook, where we were doing them, and we're going to kind of integrate a little bit with my mom here on their lives regularly. It just works out better for us. And it'll get us on a regular schedule so we can kind of keep up. We kind of took a small hiatus because we needed to get on the actual job of quilting your guys' quilts. We were falling a little bit behind, but we thought that this would be a perfect time to make our comeback, because I want to say that we're no more than 2 or 3 weeks out of completely clearing our backlog for the first time. We just added our 4th Q24 robotic quilting machine, and that has really helped us out. So if you have a quilt to us already and you haven't heard from us, you'll probably be hearing from us very, very soon. For those of you who are interested in our service, you can give us a call or email those same numbers that we had just talked about. Also, if you're a returning customer, get those quilts in the mail. We are back on top of things, and we're cooking with gasoline now. So quilting with gasoline.
Quilting with gas.
There's no gasoline around your quilts. No worries. Okay. All right. So let's not drag this on too long. What is this?
So this is a little, y'all know that I like to make little banners for our little clipboards that we have. So this is one of the projects that I will be teaching in California next week. And it is called It's a Good Day to Be Happy. And it's all kind of little smiley faces there. So just a reminder that I think we for the most part can choose whether we're going to be happy that day or we're going to be crabby, right? So I like to be happy. So just another little reminder about being happy. And this is for Drew's California store. And she wanted her theme to be Happy Days Are Here Again. So this is what I came up with as one of the projects for the class in California. So what have you done with it?
So what we did with this one is, with a lot of our little miniatures, we like to do this on point. And what this is just a little cross hatching. And this, of course, is over the wool applique. And this is a great option for people who have a ton of miniatures and they don't have the time or the means to get them quilted. So I wanted to showcase this one, not only to show that quilting design, but also to just remind people that we do miniatures. And if you have a lot of miniatures, we'll do a little consultation and we'll work out a deal. We have certain minimums that it makes it kind of difficult to accommodate for something so small that doesn't take a lot of time. So we want to work individually with people to see how many do you have. I mean, do you have 15 of them? And that's not a hyperbole. Like these are like some of these women have 15 of these, and we come up with a package deal. We love doing the miniatures, so and we've done similar to what Connie had said before. We have done pillows, we have done stockings, we have added quilting to anything you can think of. So if you have something that needs to be quilted, it might be worth giving us a call. All right, moving on here. So let's stick with the crosshatch, and let's stick with a primitive gatherings design here. So this is a local lady. This is one of our many time returning customers. That's one of the biggest compliments we can have here. There's that corner. Is a customer. Normally, when they send us one, we get their business again. And this is a local lady named Connie Casey, and this is her.
Appleton, Wisconsin.
Yeah, and this is your design, correct?
Yeah, it is. It was a freebie from I think last year. Right? Last year's freebie. So what a freebie is every year when we do our summer blocks of the week or summer blocks of the month, as they are this summer, I always throw in a little free something in each of those. And this was one of them. So they got all these little blocks here, the houses, the birds, the flowers. And a little fun fact about Connie is I used to work with her husband at the paper mill. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
All right, so this
Hi,
is...
Bill.
So again, this is a on point. It's another great design. It kind of lets the wool applique sort of take center stage, and it sort of blends in and just gets a nice little grid, especially in a lot of this negative space. It's a very simple way to sort of complement these designs.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I want to keep her paperwork with her.
Yeah, let's keep all this. All right, moving on here. So let's get this rolling. I know there's a lot of stuff to cover today. So, all right, again, returning customer, and I hope she's watching. We told her that this was going to Okay, which way are we going here? We told her we were going to feature her stuff. Again, this is Karen Miller, the prolific Karen Miller. So she's always sending us, 5, 6 of these. We've had these for a while. We got super backed up, so thank you for your patience, Karen. But this is a Mad Hatter, and this is just a super sort of psychedelic, sort of modern quilt. We wanted to do something with some movement, a little bit of, like I said, just to accommodate the sort of, I don't know.
It looks like coffee swirl, like the steam coming off the coffee and teapots.
But there's a lot of unique fabrics here. I don't know
Tula Pinks fabrics.
Yeah, a lot of Tula Pinks fabric. I know we carry, the background looked very familiar.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we can take a look at the back, actually.
I love the back. We
go like
have this wide back here, too.
Here we go. So, again, this is another invisible thread, Aurifil invisible. I know someone's going to ask, what thread? Aurifil. We use Aurifil cotton and Aurifil invisible. We use the clear color and the smoke.
We should contact Aurifil and see if we can get like 5 cents every time you say
look
Aurifil.
At that. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so while we're on Karen, we have another one. If you hadn't noticed, right here, and I'll let Kaylee kind of zoom in here. So this, I believe it was called Solar Flare. On her paperwork when she dropped it off. So I think that's the name of the pattern here. Again, obviously very bright stuff. So even though, when you think traditional primitive gatherings, because people ask me, do you just quilt primitive gatherings quilts? No, we'll quilt anything, right? So this one right here is a diamond peel, edge to edge. Again, we used a invisible thread on top to kind of make the transitions through all of these colors. It looks like this is, again, some Tula Pink fabrics. Very cool. I thought it really accommodated that sort of burst effect of that pattern.
It very mimics it. Yeah, I like it. Good job.
All right, moving on. We just got a couple more here.
Questions. Do you want to go through some questions?
Yeah, let's
first?
take a break while you,
Okay.
here, I'll take the questions.
There's 2 sheets.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, On Point. So On Point is the name of that edge-to-edge design. So I believe, it's like crosshatch, I think is the traditional name for it. But what was the name of the lady? She has a company, she sells digital patterns. You recommended to me her blog or whatever was called Quilting It. It was like...
I don't know. I don't remember
Somebody
the name,
knows the name of that.
But instead of doing a straight grid, what he's talking about is the grid is on point. So it makes the squares are on point instead of square. So that's basically what that means, right?
Yeah, yep. So it's just, that was the name of her design, and I will plug her. We're not, I've never
we'll
spoken
find
to her,
out her name and
but
we'll get it right
She's
next
got
time.
some great designs.
I thought it was like Carrier, but something I can't remember. Yeah.
I don't remember. Okay, so how do you decide the design you put on the quilt? So a lot of people, we have a little consultation, and if you have ideas, that's where we start. So you can tell me what you want.
Yeah, if you see something you like, like, hey, I really like that diamond peel, or I really like that, swirly whatever.
And that's sort of the idea of what we're doing here, right? It's not only we're promoting the service, but we're giving people an idea so they can kind of see and find something that they think they'd like. Otherwise, a lot of people just go quilter's choice. So if you're not sure, but you follow us and you really trust, what we kind of put out, you can just do that. Turnaround time. So we got smoked. So I'm not going to lie. We really appreciate the business. It was great, but I think we've had these for a few months now for Karen, so we're excited to get these out. But right now, like I said, I think we just have half of a rack left. So if we're able to...
You're in a good spot.
We're in a good spot. So if you're interested, you can email us, Bernina at primitivegatherings.us, or give the store a call. They'll transfer you to our department, and we'll do a little consultation. All right. How do you decide how large or small the pattern is? It's just a matter of what complements it. So sometimes... Actually, let's go to this. So, so I want to show something really cool. So this customer requested a micro stipple. So this is something I feel like I need to renegotiate the pricing. I'm just kidding. But if you want to take and I'll for scale here, she wanted, there was a design that I had not quilted, but we had a sample in the shop, and she said she wanted that. And what is this lady's name? Is Tori Pulowski. Yeah, another local lady, Tori. So if you're watching, I think you're going to be thrilled, because I think we did what we set out to do, which was sort of match that just dense. And a lot of people aren't into dense stuff, which, I mean, I kind of understand. They have this idea that this would be stiff, but it really does give a nice texture to it. So, oh yeah, let's take a look at the back. They might not be able to see much here, but so as far as density, I mean, we'll do whatever you tell us to do. But other than that, we kind of just see what will complement it. Some people like open, some people like it.
Well, density can be price driven too, right?
Yeah. So for people who are interested, the density is really the main factor on how much the quilting costs. Yeah. I mean, this one, I joke, but it was on several times the amount to kind of get that to turn out, you know, with that sort of super dense quilting. But yeah, so let's see here. Where am I? On point. Okay. Turnaround time. Okay, I think we're good. I think we just got one more, and then we're turning it back to you. Okay. All right. So what we got here? Another. So it seems like it comes in batches. So I swear we do more than just this pattern. We have tons of different patterns. But again, it's kind of funny because we'll do these and we'll promote it, and now everybody's asking for the crosshatch. So this is a really cool reproduction, and I tried to size sort of the grid to be sort of, you know, complementary on the piecing, but this was just another crosshatch we did.
And this is a very traditional design too.
Yeah.
A lot of these quilts would have been quilted in a crosshatch design like this, so it's very traditional for a traditional quilt too. So I like that. Yeah.
And that's a challenging pattern. This one is a little bit more expensive than our standard pricing. When you
and why is that? Tell them why.
So when you're off, and should I?
No, just explain how you have to line up those points.
I ain't afraid. So when you advance these, obviously the throat of the machine kind of dictates how much of a swath of this you can do at once. And in a design where literally your eye is going to be drawn to any point that isn't perfect, a design like this, and I'm actually seeing pretty good here.
Yeah,
It's not jumping out to me. But if you're a 1/4 inch off on this design, weird stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
And it just takes a little bit longer and a little bit more. This is a good one. Most
so those
of them,
points have to touch or match or
Yes.
or be, you know,
Yes.
just come really close, because once you wash that, it does shrink up and come back together if it is slightly off. But
yeah, it's more forgiving once it's washed, but right away, because it's a grid and our eyes are made to recognize patterns, and especially geometric, your eyes just get drawn to where those are a little bit off.
Awesome.
But I think that does it for us. Thank you so much. We look forward to doing this a little bit more regularly.
Yep.
This will help us. Shoot us an email, give us a call here at the shop, and we'd love to quilt some of your quilts.
All right. Thanks for coming on. I like it. I like it when it's not just all about me. All right. So a couple little things that we have going on. I have another guest for you. So isn't this is like guest day today. If you are around the area, some of the things that we have going on here, whether you're a quilter or not, is we have Saturday chicken barbecue coming up, and that is going to be June 25th. If you want, Erica's got rhubarb barbecued chicken, mac and cheese, grilled corn on the cob, cornbread with honey butter, hot honey butter, and then strawberry shortcake cookie. So that is the meal if you want to order a chicken dinner, barbecue chicken dinner. And then we also, the week before that, on Friday, June 17th, we have our Friday fish fry. And our fish fries during the summer are a little bit fewer and far between because we're so busy. So if you want a fish fry, make sure you go and call our gathering, or I think we're going to be coming out with a new ordering system online. So look for that launching soon as well. So those are a couple things we have going on at the gathering. And besides that, We have another class in June, 3 parts. Come on, Miss Gloria. We are going to have basket weaving here at Primitive Gatherings
not
at
under
the
the
gathering.
water.
And what?
And not in the water.
Yeah, not in the water.
Yeah.
Underwater basket weaving?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
Well, when they say this, they say if you're wacko, you're supposed to do that.
Oh, we ain't wacko. We're crazy about
No.
quilting, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about your basket first, or whatever one you want to talk about.
Well, first of all, this is the first time we've done it here, so this is exciting
Mm-hmm.
because Lisa wants to make sure that we have other types of crafts
Yeah.
to do.
Other
So,
arts,
yeah.
not just quilting.
Yeah, and I learned how to weave baskets in the 80s. Been weaving ever since.
When you were 17, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I've taught for almost 30 years, so I asked her if she wanted to teach some, and we teach some on our retreats when we go to
Yeah.
the Outer Banks. So she said yes. So we've come up with 3 of them, and I know they look big and they look intimidating, but honestly, this
I could
is,
see quilts rolled in here.
yeah, that's what it's called. You're so perceptive. It's a class that I love. It's so gratifying because people sit down, they have this pile of stuff in front of them. And when they go home, their project is done. It's a finished project when you go home.
Right,
It's-
no UFOs.
No. And you will not leave. I will not let you leave.
Can
until
they
you're
do
back.
some personalization? Like, do they have to do red, or can they do a color here?
No, I have color. They can be
Okay.
different colors. Yeah, sure.
All right.
So the first one that we have on the schedule, this is called a friendship tote. And I designed it. This is a wool applique pattern that you get with the quilt, tell my brand is, with the basket. And this one's kind of unique because it actually has a wooden bottom, which is a different technique. And we're using what they call flat split reed. It's all flat. And we order you these beautiful black
Handles.
leather handles.
So that could be a purse.
Yes, and actually I ordered extra to make for your little mini store in baskets.
Oh, yes. We have a little boutique that's
Yeah.
almost ready.
We're going to make them look like flags
Oh, yeah.
for the 4th of July.
Perfect.
And
Those
then-
will fly out of here.
Yeah, I think this class is almost full, so if you really like to do it.
All right, so what does this class cost?
the whole day is $125.
And what does the whole day include?
It gives you all of your supplies, all of the instructions, all of your tools, and lunch. You
Lunch.
walk in and
Lunch.
walk out. and you're
Awesome. Okay, that's
cool.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I got the reed on order. The leather handles are on order, and you don't even have to braid them. They come that way. So that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't want to braid those.
No. All right. The second one we have, this is called a project tote. And this one is really popular because it has handles all the way through it. And these are called swing handles. And when you're all finished, what we do is we stain them when we're all done. And we use natural stain. I buy crushed walnut shells and we boil them in knee-high nylons and put them in a sprayer, and then we spray it. So it's, you can leave it natural if you want, or you can stain it like this. And then once you get home and it's good and dry, then you can put a spray of Krylon on it to keep it. And then we also have these little wreaths that you can attach to the front.
So
And,
you're always thinking, going above and beyond the basket itself, adding a little flair here and there. That's fun, yeah.
And if you don't like it this color, this is metal, so you can spray it.
You can use that as a template for quilting designs.
Absolutely. You can make it red for Christmas.
Yeah. So just to back up a minute, the Friendship Tote is July 14th on a Thursday.
Yep.
And the size of that is 10 inches high, 12 inches wide, and 9 inches deep. And that one was $125 with lunch.
Correct.
9 to 5, or until finished.
You don't leave until you're done.
There you go.
If
There
I
you
have
go.
to throw you under the table and make you finish
And
it.
Gloria only takes 12 students per class.
That's right.
So we only have 12 spots for these. And then the swing handle project is July 15th, the next day. So you might have so much fun the first day that you might want to come the second day.
Yeah.
If there's a spot left open.
That's right.
Yeah. And that one is 11 and a half high, 10 and a half wide, 15 deep. Same price, $125, 9 to 5, or until finished.
Yep.
Okay, so tell us about this big quilt
Well,
storage
this
basket.
is called a storage basket. And we designed this one because we have it at home underneath a drop leaf table, and we roll up our TV blankets and put in here. our
Oh,
quilts.
that's a good idea.
And it has a full bottom, so each one of these baskets, it's teaching you different techniques.
So you learn different things on different
Yes,
baskets.
yes.
That's cool. So it's not just the same stuff over and over again. And this one, guess what? You thought it was going to be more, right? Well, $125 for a day and a half. So maybe you might get it done in one day, but if not,
We've scheduled it half a day.
yeah,
for you.
just in case.
I mean, look how big this is.
I know, it's
It
huge.
covers up
You
Lisa.
could probably do 6 quilts in
I
there rolled
know.
up, right?
I love this one.
And that one, 9 to 5 again.
Yep.
And then the second day, 9 to noon, July 16th and 17th, Saturday and Sunday. Again, if any of this interests you, you can contact The Gathering, and that is The Gathering at primitivegatherings.us. I'm sure Kaylee has this too. And then there's a phone number, 920-778-8031.
Right.
All right. And Gloria is here for the summer
I
from
am.
Florida, and she's staying in her motorhome.
I am.
Tell us about your little campsite or whatever that you're at.
Well, we are in a little campsite. Well, actually, it's a big campsite. And my husband is the host, which means he takes care of people coming in, shows them to their sites. So he's over there working, and I'm over here working, playing.
Cool.
Yeah. And then when we're done, we go back home, and he just told me that we might be going to Arizona.
Cool. For after you leave here, where it's warmer.
Yeah. We are.
And then when are you leaving? What month?
We don't leave until the first week of October.
A long time, isn't that cool?
Yeah. So we'll be
Awesome.
here for a while.
Good.
And we have several retreats coming, so that's
Yeah, and you have a strawberry festival
I
retreat
do
coming
next
up.
week. And then we have my girlfriend's coming up for rug hooking.
Yep. So Katie Puckett is coming up from Florida. Right. She is a McGowan certified 3rd generation in her family
Yes.
rug hooker. That is
She's awesome.
Yeah. Katie is really fun. I've been to Italy with Katie and her husband James. That was so much fun running around Italy with her. And him. We saw all kinds of things in the rain. We ate gelato every day.
Yes.
And pasta, and we lost weight.
Right. That's because we walked everywhere.
Yeah, like 8 miles a day.
Lisa and I are getting ready to go on a Hawaii cruise together, too.
Yeah. So we had a canceled cruise 2 times. It was supposed to pull out in 2020, obviously we all, and then 21, and then that didn't happen. So now 22, we are going to be leaving out of Vancouver, British Columbia, and going to the Hawaiian Islands for 11-day cruise, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And we are going to party
Yes.
because
Like,
we are tired of waiting on this
yeah,
cruise.
and all those cancellations and all that bookwork, I'm glad I didn't have to do that. All right. But I am working on those projects. We have them. We're getting some pricing on pre-cutting, doing all that little stuff. So if you're going on the cruise, we're working on it. Don't you worry.
Oh, it'll
All
be
right.
so much
Do you have any openings for the cruise?
It's packed full.
Okay.
They even closed the ship down. Nobody can get on now.
Oh.
It's done.
Yep, it's us. Nobody
Yeah.
else. Are you going to be doing Outer Banks soon?
I always am ready for the Outer Banks. Now, Lisa and I are the Outer Bank queens, but she has this now, so I suggest you come here.
Yeah. We
And
don't have to
play.
pay that all. We don't have to add all that extra money on to pay for those big, beautiful beach houses that we'd
I
stay
know,
in.
but they're so cool.
I know. We have Lone Star Lake here.
That's right. But we may do an Outer Bank ones, but it may be, I would like to do a Christmas one sometime. That would be
We
fun.
did do a Christmas
That
one.
one was a hoot.
It
We
was
had a good
fun.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've done quilting retreats in these big, beautiful beach houses in the Outer Banks, and I wouldn't be opposed to doing one a year. I mean,
Okay, there you go, guys. They're building one now with
But I wanna swim.
36 bedrooms.
oh,
Then there's
everybody could have their own room.
Yeah. Then there's one out on the beach that has the wild mustangs. Mm-hmm. So there's lots of possibilities.
So we've had some fun over the years. We've been doing this for a while, if you
Yes.
haven't figured that out.
I remember the first time I talked with you a lot. We were doing a show.
Yeah. Was it the Chicago one, or which one was it?
No, it was before that.
Oh.
Before you even had your store.
Oh yeah. Okay, because here's why. I wanted to open a store, but I wasn't quite sure. And when you talk to shop owners, they don't want to tell you anything. But Gloria's from Florida, so I'm like, Gloria, how do I find out this stuff? How do I know about
She goes, how much money do I need? And I went, a lot.
like, what do things cost? Or, like, how much should I be paying for rent? Or how much money am I going to make? Like, what is the average year in sales at a quilt shop? Nobody would tell me any of that, but Gloria did. Based on her experience. She had a shop in Jacksonville.
I did.
Old Green Cupboard. I'm sure some of you might have ever been there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I bet it was.
It was fun.
Yep.
But this is better because I don't own the bill.
You don't
I don't have to pay
you
the
don't
bills.
have all the stuff that
I'd
goes
rather
along
help
with
you. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fun. Yeah. All righty.
good.
So
All right.
thank you for sharing your baskets.
Thank you. And I
Awesome.
am off to the grocery store.
Okay, go to the grocery store.
All right.
Everybody's leaving me here alone. Isn't that fun having people on? Jess, are you pulling me some prizes and some names?
I didn't pull prizes, but I pulled names.
Oh, do you know what we could probably do? We could probably give away a set of these. Or do you have something else in mind? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, this is what we're giving away. All right. So I'm super excited about these next thing that I am going to show you that has come in to our store because it's just different. So we all like totes. We all like, obviously, baskets, totes, whatever we can put our scraps in. But did you see the new totes that Moda has? So there's 2 sets of them, or we can break the sets in half as well. But this one set of rainbow colors have just come in. So these are perfect for sorting your scraps or for putting your smaller quilts in or just decorating your sewing room with them. So look at how awesome they all are. So my name's here. You're going to get one of these colored ones. They're all the same size. There are 6 in the rainbow pack. These are all on our website already for you to order. I'll tell you the prices in a minute as soon as I set these down and show you them all. Unless Kaylee already has that. Do you have that?
The prices.
No? Okay. So I'll let you know how this works because Jessica has it right here for me. So $20 each or all of them for $100. So you get one free if you order the whole 6-pack here. So those are the colored ones. And then we have the natural ones. So this is a set of 3 or they're individual. So you can order them individual or we have sets of 3. Well, like what happens if everybody orders the same one and then we run out of it? How does that work, Jess? All right.
Hopefully not.
So order the sets. Here are the natural ones. So these are $20 each or $50 for the set of 3. So here's the ruler, the flying geese, and here we go. This one. See, we put some scraps in there to show you how that all works. Love in every stitch. How appropriate, right? I love that. So that's the natural pack. And then this is the black. So this is black. It's not navy. So rulers again. Quilt block. And then scraps. The natural and black set is coming home with me. That's why the winners of the rainbow set, and we're not going to tell you which one you're getting. It's going to be a surprise. Missy Wiseman, you are a winner today. Connie Tater, you are a winner. And Lori Parsons. So I can't wait for you guys to see which one of those you're going to get. How fun is that, right?
Someone said they make great project totes.
Yeah, project totes, putting your UFOs in, putting your scraps in, putting your quilts in. Even in your car for your extra things that you carry around in your car so they're not rolling around the back like mine always do. Just very well done. Moda did an excellent job on these, I think anyways. All right, so those are on our website. What do you know what they're called, Jessica?
Maker baskets. Maker baskets.
Maker baskets. That's what they're on. So if you type in the search bar maker baskets, they should come up. Do we have them under Live with Lisa as well? So they're on it. They got it all figured out. Okay, next up, I get to talk about something I'm pretty excited about. So does anybody know what this is? So this goes on sale today. Kimberly at Fat Quarter Shop is announcing their new Liberty Box goes up for sale today. Now the proceeds up to $7,500 is going to go to the Quilts of Valor Fund. So Kimberly's going to be raising money for veterans for Quilts of Valor with some of the money that she gets from the Liberty Box. I can't show you what's in until I think 2 weeks. I can show you what's in that. So go to Kimberly's site and order her box. I don't know the price on it, but I think they're pretty reasonable. They're not a ton of money. So that's something to get. Happy Mail. We all love Happy Mail, and you'll be supporting some more veterans because we love supporting our vets. So speaking of vets, guess what? Do you want to know how many of our
I don't know where the black one
blocks are?
You want me to grab one?
Yeah. So we only need 160 more blocks. So you guys have sent in 440 so far, right?
420.
420. So we need 160 more. I thought we needed 600.
We have one already for ours.
Oh, we already have one done. So we don't, isn't that awesome? You guys are amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And I say we only need 160, but that might not, I mean, some of yours might not be counted in here yet if you just mailed them in the last day or two. But thank you for that June 1st deadline. You're doing a really good job. We're going to be able to get a ton of quilts started on early. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting those in on a timely manner. And this one is from Germania from Neenah, Wisconsin. Jermaine Dolata. So thank you for sending that in. And remember, we don't care that you don't do this little block in the middle, but I think you should try one because you can do it. You can do it. And as a reminder, we still have some fat quarter towers if you're running low on them. So we have, Jessica has these bundles of reds, creams, and blues for you, and they're about $30, and you're getting like 2 fat quarters free in here when you order these. And they also would go good on Oh Say Can You Sew as well as some of the fat quarter red, white, and blue quilts like Our Flag Stands for Freedom. I know those towers have all been gone, but we have been cutting our own here at Primitive Gatherings because you guys are buying them left and right. So pretty soon we won't be having any other red, white, and blue in the store. Good thing my next fabric line is red and white. So ask your quilt shop to carry this or get on our site and make sure you pre-order any of the pre-cuts. We will be getting the quilts on soon. Our book is already on there as well. So we'll be going through this when I get back from California. But I just wanted to remind you that we do have the pre-cuts on our website already on sale, as well as the book is on sale. And as soon as those fabric comes in, we take them off because we can't reorder them anymore. And we do have to put our order in for those. So it's the hardest thing in the world is trying to figure out how much fabric to order because either sometimes you order way too much or you run out right away. It's like you wish you could go into your crystal magic ball and know what people are going to love. But we do pretty well so far in figuring some of that stuff out. All right, so I'm looking around, making sure I'm talking about everything, but I'm sure you see these.
When can they get the clue for the Oh Say Can You Sew?
Okay, yes, I did have that on my note. Okay, so back up. Oh Say Can You Sew is our mystery quilt along that we're doing. Clue 3 comes out on June 6th. It's always the first Monday of the month, not the first of the month. So the girls said they got about 20 calls about where's the clue. First Monday, okay? So just a gentle reminder that those don't come out until the first Monday. All right. Got that out of the way. Okay, So look what Miss Katie Nolan has done for us. So these will be soon on our website. Meet Me in the Garden is going to start pretty soon, and we're going to put out a little schedule for those of you who already signed up to do the quilt along. But if you're a cross stitcher, I don't know, this is pretty amazing. I hope it shows up as well on camera as it is in person. And if you don't want to do that, you could do the simple row one. That is just as impressive. The colors are so beautiful. She's really captured them with the DMC. And we will have kits for these as well. We're just waiting for our fabric to come in, but we will do little fabric floss kits for them as well. So again, you'll be supporting a active duty military wife when you purchase Katie's cross stitch patterns. I like to plug that because I think that's important, that we support young business owners, especially women as well. Okay, so I don't have much else to talk about, just a couple other little things. This week coming up, next week coming up, this week's almost over, but we have our warehouse sale here at Primitive Gatherings. So we will be having lots of fun things, closeouts, on sale stuff here in the warehouse, as well as having junk in the trunk outside. And I will be bringing my junk. It's good junk, I promise. And whatever else I can grab from the house, and that is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So as long as you're here, we also have some other things. We have lunch on Friday is Sloppy Joe's with homemade potato chips and dip, broccoli and cauliflower salad, and then a cookie for $12. That's lunch that we will have on Thursday for you if you come. And guess what? It's a citywide city, Winchester City, Winchester Larson Rummage Sale. So it's not only here, you're going to be able to go rummage sailing all through the town here as well. And then for Friday and Saturday, the rummage sale goes all weekend. We're going to have soup and salad bar at the gathering for you for $12 as well. If you want to stop in, shop here, eat lunch, hang out at the gathering, bring your sewing, right? Have some coffee. And we will have iced tea and water with that as well. Okay, so isn't that fun to have all this exciting stuff happening here at Primitive Gatherings? We really, really, really would love to just keep going with the momentum of all the fun stuff we are having here. I hope you can come here someday, put it on your bucket list, your wish list, save up your airline miles, ask for it for Christmas or your birthday or whatever. We had all kinds of fun stuff with people being gifted to come here, but we really would love to meet you in person. All right. Any other questions, girls? Does anybody have?
Nope.
No?
What are we doing right after this?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Right after this, we're going to go right into another live. So hang around, and I am going to show you Kim Diehl's trunk show of simple whatnots. So hang around and pop back on because we're going to go right to live again. All right, so that's it for Live with Lisa today. Hang around. I'll be right back. Take a little break. We'll be right back on, though, and for some more fun. So I love Kim Diehl's stuff. She is uber talented. So hang around, and we'll see you again.